Good morning. I hope your Monday's going well. I got a question for you. What causes an avalanche? Now, I live in the Northwest and we're fairly close to Mount Baker ski area that has some of the deepest accumulations of snow in any ski area in the world. And periodically, conditions are just right for an avalanche to take place. And so our ski patrol and avalanche control people are both working to prevent that from happening, but they also warn people all the time to be careful when those kinds of conditions show up, to not get off the groomed runs, don't go into the backcountry, make sure you have a beacon with you if you do, but for sure, prepare yourself for those kinds of situations. My name is Matthew Atkins. I'm the Senior Financial Advisor with Clearbrook Investment Management and also a National Social Security Advisor certificate holder. Now, what you're looking at here on the screen is an avalanche of losses that we saw last week in the major stock indices. We don't know if that's going to recover right away. It might just kind of go right back up, or it might be the beginning of an even bigger cascade of losses. For most of us, what's important is not what triggered that event. It's whether or not we're positioned in a way that we can handle that event. And so we like to encourage people at Clearbrook Investment Management to think in terms of time frames for their money. Maybe they have a short-term bucket of money, 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 years. And for that money, needs to be secure, needs to be protected. So maybe it's in a certificate of deposit, maybe it's in just a bank deposit or a money market account, maybe some of it's in a fixed annuity, but it's guaranteed, it's protected against loss for you. Then you have your midterm money. Maybe that's your 5 to 15 year, 5 to 12 year money. And in that money, you can have a mix of maybe some stocks, but probably a good chunk of bonds, maybe an indexed annuity thrown in there, something that's got opportunity for growth and protection from losses. And that money, you still don't want to have a ton of risk on the table, but you want to have it at least out there growing a bit because you're going to need it over those years. And then you have your long-term money. And the long-term money is that money that maybe is 15 to 25 or 15 to 35 years. That money can be invested in the stock market. So if you're a young person, that might include all your money that you've got out there. Why? Because when an avalanche occurs, and they do occur periodically, and it might continue to occur, that long-term money has time to recoup those losses. That's what's so important. If you're not positioned that way in your accounts, or you're not sure if you're positioned that way, we would love to talk with you. If you're already a Clearbrook Investment Management client, we know where your money is and that it's positioned correctly. And most of our clients fared very well, even when that avalanche took place last week. We would love to talk to you about that. If you're not sure, if you are a client, you still have questions, make sure you give us a call or give us an email, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. I want to make mention of at least one more thing, and that's the upcoming Social Security Answers Workshop. This is the final week to register. It's going to be on February the 12th at the Jalapenos Event Room in Barclay Village in Bellingham, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Love to have you come. If you'd like to register, you can go register right here at socialsecurity-answers.com. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Again, it's the last week to register. I hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.